So today I'm going to be reviewing Man United's next season squad.
If you guys are looking for some cheap FIFA 20 coins, head over to u7buy.com. You can buy coins off the website. You can also buy players. So if you wanted Messi, you could buy him off the website. Make sure to use code MUZZ at checkout for 5% off.
Yes lads, and welcome back to a brand new video. So once again we are bringing back this series. I have done Liverpool so far, we've done a rating prediction on Liverpool, and I've also done Chelsea as well, so if you'd like to go check them out. Today we're going to be doing Man United. Once again we're doing it as transfer rumours just to make it a little bit more interesting. So I've done realistic transfer rumours, and I've also done a little bench as well full of like other rumours that could potentially come. A few free transfers that could potentially come as well. So if you guys could drop a like, once again we are going with the 50 like target. We've hit it on 3 back-to-back videos now, so if we can hit it again boys, I'd appreciate that. Drop sub if you're new, and let me know what other team you'd like me to do. I think maybe Man City next, maybe Arsenal. I was thinking Arsenal's quite an interesting one because they're in a bit of a finished 8th obviously, so it's rough for them. So anyway, let's jump into this team. I've done my lineup with a realistic lineup mixed with their rumours, stuff like that. So here we've got Dean Henderson in goal. I think a lot of people are already saying Henderson should start for United. De Gea, in my opinion, should go out on loan. They shouldn't sell him. I think it's too risky. Still potentially still very good, but I think loan out United, loan out De Gea. Hopefully he has a good season. Play with Dean Henderson because Henderson's had such a good year for Sheffield. I went with a +4 upgrade. Yeah, +4 upgrade because he was a 75 non-rare. Into the left back spot, I think maybe I was a little bit generous. I went with a +2 for Luke Shaw. I think he's had a very solid season. Luke Shaw is a +2 warranted, maybe not. Either way, I think he's going to get a +1 or a +2 for Luke Shaw. Very solid. Brandon Williams has struggled a little bit, but at left back I think Luke Shaw +1 at least, but +2. Moving into the left sided centre back, this is where we are ditching Maguire. I don't want to see Maguire near that. Well, I personally do, because I want United to fail. I think Maguire, they should sell Maguire in my opinion. Just take the L on him, just sell him. I have gone with Gabriel. So Gabriel's been linked with United for around 30-35 million ish, and from what I've heard, I've not watched him, from what I've heard he is very, very good. Young centre back, he's 22 years old and he is very promising. So him next to the next centre back, we've got Lindelof. Lindelof I think is pretty solid, and I went with a +1 upgrade for Lindelof from an 81 to an 82. I think that's fair, which then leads us on into the right back spot. We have got Wan-Bissaka. I went from a 79 to an 81. Could get an 82, but I don't think he's been that good to go up 3 ratings. I've gone up 2 ratings so far. Probably will get a January upgrade anyway to boost him to like an 83 or something like that, or an 84. But an 81 rated, he's going to be such a sick starter card. Now into the CDM spot, we have got Van der Beek. Van der Beek is heavily linked with United. I think Matic has been very, very solid, especially since after lockdown. Matic arguably deserves to start next season, but I feel like United do need a starter, and I think Matic, he's getting old now. He'll probably struggle to play every game, so Matic will be a good rotation, but Van der Beek on a whole can play CDM. And then we have got Paul Pogba, and I feel like I was very generous here boys. I kept him as an 88, but I was looking at a lot of United predictions, because a lot of fans do predictions and stuff on Twitter, and a lot of United fans actually downgraded this guy to 87. So Pogba's so inconsistent, man. One game he'll be good, one game he'll be terrible. He needs consistency, but I give him the benefit of the doubt. I kept him as an 88. Into the next midfielder, we have got FERNANDES, the guy that scores how many pens? He is going to stat pad pens like crazy. They broke a record this year, obviously. 14 penalties in one Premier League season is a record, is a Premier League record, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. So either way, Fernandes outside of penalties, he's struggled the past few games. I feel like people are getting a little bit reactionary. I'm just going to say that. He had a few good games against some lower league teams. I can't remember who they were, but they played like, I think it was maybe Southampton. He actually struggled against Southampton, but a few lower league teams anyway. He was doing really well against them, and he did look very good, but he's played some pretty tough tests lately. Not even tough tests, he struggled against Southampton as well, and he has struggled lately. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does, but I have gone from an 85 to an 87. I think he will be very good for United, and yeah, I hate to say it. So this is where it gets tough boys. The front three I did struggle with, because once you see the right wing, you'll know why I've struggled a little bit. But I have put Martial on the left. I know he's been very good at striker. He's actually been pretty sick since after lockdown. Scored was 18 or 19 goals this season. Very, very good season for Martial and Rashford as well. I've had to drop Rashford, I'll say that now. We've got Martial on the left. I went with a +2 upgrade because it's based on the season. It's not based on after lockdown. On the whole season, in my opinion, he doesn't deserve a +3, just a +2 in my opinion. Very solid season for him though. So there we go. And then into the right wing spot, Jadon Sancho. I think this is what United are mainly, their main target this window is going to be Sancho. I have gone with a +3 upgrade, I believe. +2 or +3 upgrade to an 87. And I think Sancho will be starting on the right hand side. As good as Greenwood has been on the right hand side, and I think the way he cuts in and stuff is insane. And that leads us on to the striker. In my opinion, Greenwood should be their centre forward. And like I said, I know he's been playing on the right, but as a centre forward, can go both ways, left foot, right foot, and wow, he looks unbelievable. Arguably one of the best youngsters in the Premier League right now. Rashford, I don't know. I prefer Rashford on the left, and I'd rather go Greenwood at striker. So if you're going to put Rashford anywhere, I'd probably rotate him with Martial. But yeah, it's hard to leave Rashford out. But at the same time, how would you guys lead that attack? It's a bit of a tough one, but hey, that is a very solid team. So that is the starting 11, boys. Moving into the bench / some rumours. Obviously, I'm not saying they're going to sign all of these players. Some of them are linked, some of them are realistic in my opinion. Let's start with Matic. I've gone with a +1 for Matic. Like I said, since after lockdown especially, he has been very, very solid for United. So I went with a +1 to an 82. Still very unusable though. We've gone with a +2 for Fred. He could easily get a +3, to be fair. Fred, on a whole, I feel like people have got short-term memories, because the thing with Fred is when United actually played really poor here and there, especially before they signed Fernandes, they were really poor, and Fred was like their standout player for a while. And fair play to Fred. So I've gone with a +2 because it is based on the whole season, and he's not played loads since after lockdown as well. So we've gone with a +2 rather than a +3. And then obviously we've got Rashford. Had a very, very good season. It's hard to bench him, man. I think that it's one of those squads where like you just rotate. Like the squad that I've picked before, this squad, it's not a set squad. You don't play that every game. Obviously, if you're playing like Aston Villa, just rotate it here and there. Rashford will come in every so often, and yeah, it's not a set squad, so Rashford will be a good option. I think Sarri is going to be a really good option for a lot of top 6 clubs. I think Spurs, Arsenal, United, potentially Chelsea. I think all of those teams should be after this guy because he's young. Watford have got relegated, so he's going to be a decent-ish price. I don't think he'll be too expensive, and from what I've seen of him, he looks so sick. And like I said, he is young, so a guy for the future, a guy that's going to be insane to come in, and a good rotation player. So I think Sarr, like I said, as a top 6, top 7 kind of club, they all need to be onto this guy, in my opinion. Now we move into Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish, once again, he is linked with a lot of clubs. He's linked with Spurs, United. Will he go to United? Will he play on the left-hand side? He's been playing on the left-hand side for Villa. Will he play in the centre? I'm not too sure how he'd fit into this United team. I really don't know. That's a signing I'm not really too sure on. Does he fit United's style of play? I don't know where he'd fit in at all, boys. If United were to sign Grealish, where would you play him? I honestly don't know. And then I've put Eric Bailly in there. I've just kept him as an 80 rated because he's been unlucky with injuries. He's not looked bad, but again, he's been unlucky with injuries. Maybe Bailly could start next season. I think he's solid when he has played. And then we've got Willian down the centre. So Willian, here we go, Willian. So Willian's going to be going on a free if he doesn't sign a contract, which is looking very likely that he is not going to sign a contract for Chelsea. I think he's one of the most disrespected players for Chelsea. And no, I've not got a short-term memory. One thing I'll say, United fans, if you don't watch Willian a lot, don't expect goals and assists from him, but one thing I'll say is there's a reason why the last 3 or 4 Chelsea managers have always played him. His work rate, his defensive work rate especially, is outrageous. And in big games, I'm telling you, in big games when you've got to defend a lot, Willian is a very good player to bring in. So potentially if Sancho's not the best defensively and you're playing against a Man City and you really want to hang on, I think Willian will be a really good squad player. I'm not saying Willian will start, but Willian as a squad player, I'm telling you, that's why I want Chelsea to keep him on, because as a squad player, keyword squad player, not as to start, but as a squad player, how many times have I just said that? He is very, very solid on a free as well. So in my opinion, him, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, the lot, I think they all should go for Willian as a squad player. And then the final 2, we have got De Gea. I went with a -2 for De Gea. I think that's quite generous of me. I could have gone a -3 or a -4. He is on a downhill. Since the World Cup, he is on a downhill. He has showed signs though. De Gea's been strange. He has pulled off some absolute worldy saves, like he does in his prime. But past few years, he has just been making so many errors. So I think it is a confidence issue rather than an ability issue. That's why I think he needs to go out on loan. Fresh fan base. Go to somewhere else. whether he has to go to a worse club, if anything, I think it'll benefit him if he goes to a worse club and face more shots, have more shots to deal with, build up his confidence, and then if he can come back with more confidence and stuff like that, come back to United and potentially start, then happy days for him. And then Nathan Ake, I've said this for the Liverpool one, I think Ake will be a really good backup, potentially a really good starter as well, a left-footed centre-back. Bournemouth are getting relegated, so Ake is, I'm almost guaranteed, I think they're guaranteed to sell him really. So whether or not Ake will go to City, Liverpool, United, I'm not too sure. United are linked with him, so I think it'll be a very solid starter slash backup. So there we do have it, boys. I have not included all the squad like I did with the Liverpool one because it just goes on for way too long. But let me know your thoughts on everything. Do you agree with the ratings? But yeah, boys, let me know your thoughts on this potential lineup. Who would you sign? Being as realistic as possible. I think it's a very, very solid United team, and I think, honestly, I've said this, within the next 5 years or so, I think both United and Chelsea are going to start winning titles again. I really do. I think they're in a really good transitional period, and overall, I mean, the attack especially is outrageous. Generally, what a team, what a team. So if you guys could drop a like anyway, like I said, 50 likes would be sick. Let me know what other team you'd like me to do. I will definitely do some more teams in the future, boys. So drop some if you're new as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.